Knockout punch sounds good to me. Welcome back, everybody, to the second hour. Today is the 5th day of June, 2013. Thanks for finding your way to this radio show. Please tell everybody in your life about this radio program. We need to accelerate our listenership because we're dropping like flies here for no reason other than lack of knowledge. And we have a certain amount of responsibility here, right? We have a certain amount of duty in order to bring people into the light, at least to shine the light at them once in a while. So one of the easiest ways to do that is just tell people, hey, listen, I know this doctor that says you don't have to suffer with that. Check out this website, check out this radio show, and this is one of the ways that we're going to change the world, just like we did for Forrest in Orange County, California. Hey, Forrest, thanks for the phone call. You are live.
Dr. Glidden.
How are you,
my favorite
Forrest?
Person. I'm fantastic. Thanks to you.
Well, by the way, for the listening audience, I want to let you know who we're talking to here. For those of you on Facebook, for those of you that are members of Team Glidden, for those of you that, spend more time on Facebook than your husbands or wives know, the cartoons, the Dr. Glidden cartoons, the Fire Your MD Now cartoons going around Facebook right now were dreamed up by Forrest Knudsen, who we're talking to right now. Thanks so much for everything that you do, Forrest.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Those are a blast. Those are a lot of fun. Thank you. Thanks for pointing that out. That's very sweet of you. Guess why did the MD cross the road?
Why?
Dr. Glidden.
Why?
Because I fired him. That's why.
Good job, Forrest. Ladies and gentlemen, if I had the sound system hooked up, I'd give you a big round of applause, Forrest. That's a good job right there, buddy, because I fired him. Very, very, very good. Hey, how about those kidney stones, Forrest? Aren't those a son of a gun?
Oh, my goodness. They say it's the most painful thing that you can experience in life.
Yeah.
And I talked to a friend of mine. I talked to his mother. She said, yeah, I've given birth, and I've had kidney stones, and she said the kidney stones were worse.
Yeah.
So,
I gave a lecture in Baltimore while I was passing a kidney stone. It was one of the most remarkable things I've ever done in my adult life.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, thank God I had homeopathy and longevity. Otherwise, I never would have been able to do it. I mean,
wow.
I never would have been able to do it. So let me hear your story. I'm interested.
Yeah, well, I was having a kidney stone off and on for about a year and a half, perhaps 2 years, and there were days where I couldn't do anything, where I would just huddle up in a ball, and I would go underneath the shower because the shower, it stimulates the skin, it stimulates the nerve endings in the skin, and it would give me temporary relief. And that was all I could do. It was just stay under the shower. And then I got to the point where I was passing a kidney stone every month for 5 months straight.
Come on, man.
And I started getting really, really desperate, and I didn't want to go to a doctor and cut me open. I knew that wasn't the solution. And so luckily, Ashley was in touch with you, and she's the one who turned me on to you. And I talked to you. You said, calcium, man, it's very simple. Your body needs to promote and support your body. You need calcium. So I got on the calcium, and I did everything else. I did the Beyond Tangy Tangerine and the plant tribe, everything. But especially the calcium, and in 1 month, no more kidney stones. I haven't had one since.
That's remarkable, isn't it? I mean, you were having one a month for 5 months. You started our stuff, and they went away.
1 month. 1 month, they were gone.
I mean, it's remarkable, isn't it? I mean, now, all right, so look, that's an awesome testimonial. However, right, this is holistic. So into the bargain, as we're supporting and promoting the structure and function, in this case, of your kidney and your urogenital system, there must have been other stuff that came along for the ride. So what else have you noticed improving since you've been a longevity devotee?
I've lost 40 pounds.
40 pounds, man. I mean, were you trying to lose weight? Was that like an active thing you were trying to do?
Well, for the last 10 pounds was an highly active choice.
Yeah.
But the first, I would say the first 20 to 30 pounds, they just fell off because I wasn't eating gluten, no more gluten, no wheat, no barley, no rye, no oats, none of that, no fried foods, no oil from a bottle. You know, all of the 10 bad foods were off my list.
Yeah.
And I felt, of course, fantastic right away just from dropping all my gluten.
Yeah.
And then the weight just kind of started sloughing off. And there was this point where just a switch went off in my body, and I just stopped craving food like I usually would.
Right.
I didn't have a huge weight problem because I was very active, but I'd get super hungry sometimes, and that just doesn't happen anymore.
Well, 40 pounds is 40 pounds, and that ain't nothing to shake a stick at. I mean, that's a chunk of change right there. And also into the bargain here, right? How that works is the only reason that we gain weight is we eat too many calories. The only reason we eat too many calories is the body is completely starved for nutrients, and it forces you to eat. So you get crazy food cravings out of the blue. And then
right.
2 hours later, you're hungry again. And it's nuts. And that becomes the new normal, right? Insanity becomes the new normal when you're under an MD's care. But when you get on board with science-based, clinically verified medical nutrition, all of a sudden your body starts burning on all 18 cylinders, and everything starts to work the way that God in nature intended it to. And that is a gigantic game changer. I mean, I got to tell you, Forrest, you know, I don't like to toot my horn too often, but when it comes to kidney stones, I will. Anybody that can get out from underneath that yoke is doing really, really, really well, and that is a gigantic testimony to the effectiveness of science-based, clinically verified medical nutrition. I finally found my sound effects, Forrest. I'm giving you the big round of applause here, buddy, because you deserve it. Good job all around, man. Thanks so much for the call. Thanks for everything that you do. Now stop wasting your time listening to me and get out there and enroll somebody, for goodness sake. There he goes, ladies and gentlemen, Forrest, the author of the Fire Your MD Now cartoons, going all around Facebook. Check it out. Team Glidden on Facebook. You're going to love Team Glidden. Join Team Glidden. Go to fireyourmdnow.com. Click on the link, the longevity link, and join us. And by doing that, you will automatically join Team Glidden. And we will hold your hand, just like we did with Forrest, and show you how to help spread our message of health recovery through medical nutrition to anybody who is wise enough to listen. Thanks so much, Forrest. You are awesome. Going from California to Iowa now to talk to Joe. Hey, Joe, thanks for the phone call. You are live.
Hi, Dr. Glidden. How are you?
Fine, thanks. Thanks for the call, man.
Actually, just had a couple questions. I have two daughters. One is 1.5, and one is 6.5. And I just kind of was wondering some supplement ideas for them. I got them both. They're both taking Beyond Tangy Tangerine right now. I'm kind of having a little temperament problem with my oldest daughter.
Yeah.
And I just didn't know if there's something that she could be taking that might help that, or maybe it's something she's eating, or, you know.
Yes, the latter is the thing. But here's in the bigger picture what you want to do, Joe. You want to start finding real estate in some deserted South Pacific island that you can move to with your daughters when they're teenagers. Because you are going to be up against it, buddy. I mean, 2 girls, oh my God. My heart goes, I don't know whether to be happy or sad for you, maybe both all at once wrapped up. I'm sure you'll do a good job. So, behavior with little kids, there's a little bit that just comes along for the ride, where it has to do a lot with discipline and how you parent the child. But above and beyond that, there's a ton of stuff that happens in a negative fashion if the child is consistently eating a food that they're allergic to and you don't know that they're allergic to it. And if you want to be horrified, do a Google search for Doris Rapp, R-A-P-P, Dr. Doris Rapp, one of the few MDs that I respect. Doris Rapp is an MD who really revolutionized this entire concept of the relationship between consuming a food that you're allergic to and behavior. And she's got videos on her website that'll blow your mind. I mean, these little angelic, little perfectly normal kids come into her office, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. She'll give them a piece of strawberry or a piece of cracker or tomato or something that they're allergic to, and 5 minutes later. And she's got video evidence. They're like, you know, Damien from The Omen. I mean, the kid is like, oh, my God. You'd swear the kid was possessed. I mean, it's like, holy crap. And it was a reaction to the food that they were allergic to. Now, what Dr. Rapp did not understand was the relationship between medical nutrition and the genesis of food allergies and everything else that she could do to get on the other side of it. She just uncovered that it was, in fact, a real deal. It was a real thing. It wasn't in people's minds. It was a real physiological phenomenon. But because she was an MD, her hands were tied about what to do with it or even how to figure out what caused it in the first place. And that's where we come in. So if behavior, first of all, you have to eliminate the 10 bad foods from the kid's diet immediately. And that goes for you and your wife and everybody else in your life. Have them eliminate the 10 bad foods right away, number one. Number two, if behavior in children is aggressive or, violent or argumentative, then it's most probably an allergy to milk, a reaction to cow's milk or a derivative of cow's milk like cheese or yogurt or ice cream, right? If it's spacey behavior, the kid just spaces out, gets a little autistic, whatever, just spaces out, can't add 2 and 2 together, can't string a sentence together, has zero concentration, then that's a reaction to grains, usually wheat. Now, by eliminating the 10 bad foods, you've already eliminated the grains from the proposition, so all that's left is milk and milk products. So look to see when the kid eats either of these products, what happens to their behavior, and give it about 15 to 20 minutes. And because it's a delayed reaction, everybody misses it. It's a delayed reaction. Check it out. Additionally to that, of course, it's just the simple solution, man. Just one healthy start pack per 100 pounds of body weight per month and 1 bottle of selenium per 100 pounds of body weight. That's all that you have to do. Regularly and consistently. Consistency is the cure here. Stick around, ladies and gentlemen. We got more coming up after these messages. Hey, we're coming over the hill to the rescue. That's right. Longevity Nation is marching into your computer at this very moment. Hopefully we'll be coming into your very town very shortly. I'm going to be giving a lecture in Jackson, Mississippi, God willing, this Saturday. This Saturday I'll have a news and info about that for you tomorrow. Right now we're going to go right back to the phones and keep on getting her done here. We're going to talk to Mary in New York who needs an oil recommendation. Hey, Mary, thanks for the call. You are live. Hello, Mary.
Hello.
Hey,
yes,
Mary. How are you?
Fine, thank you. It's cold here.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Yes. Why, I had a friend that had a stroke and heart attack, and
Ouch.
She's in the hospital, and they came up with the idea she has MRSA now.
Yeah.
And so we all have to put gowns on and gloves when we go in to see her. But you mentioned there's an oil that would help that.
Yeah, and I looked it up, and here it is. It's a combination of 3 essential oils. This was actually published in the PubMed. This is a published study. It's a combination of tea tree oil, geranium oil, and grapefruit seed extract oil. Grapefruit seed extract. It's also called citricidal. Citricidal is grapefruit seed extract. That's citricidal. Just look for grapefruit seed extract oil, geranium oil, interestingly enough, and tea tree oil. A combination of those 3 in direct proportion, 1 to 1 to 1. Put the oil directly on top of the infection, and also put, the way that we use essential oils is topically right on top of the infection, if necessary, if possible. And if it's an internal thing, then you put it under your nose and inhale the oil 3 or 4 times a day. I would put a couple of drops of the essential oil directly on the upper lip under the nose 4 or 5 times a day, every 2 or 3 hours, because it wears off. And that's how you use an essential oil. But let's not, overlook the obvious, right? The real gorilla in the room here is the heart attack and the stroke. And honestly, anybody that has a heart attack or a stroke or arthritis or type 2 diabetes or high blood pressure or fibromyalgia or restless legs at night in bed or infertility or a child with birth defects, it's the doctor's fault. It's not your fault. I mean, you're under the doctor's care. How is it that while you're under the doctor's care, you get a heart attack and a stroke? It's because the doctors are horrible at what they do. And why isn't anybody else saying this? Why isn't anybody else saying this? That's like nobody after 9/11 was saying it was an inside job because, oh, no, that can't be, Dr. Glidden, it just can't be. Well, guess what? Yes, it was. It was an inside job. But, you know, whether you believe that or not, you're welcome to your own opinions, but not your own set of facts. With medicine, the fact of the matter is that while your friend was under the care of her medical doctor, she got a heart disease and stroke. So whose fault is that? Is it her fault? No, it's the doctor's fault. We know how to optimize cardiovascular function. We know how to optimize circulatory function. For goodness sake, Dr. Wallach sued the Food and Drug Administration to secure something called a certified health claim, which allows us to say, because there's so much evidence to support this, we had to sue the Food and Drug Administration to say that supplementing with essential fatty acids virtually eliminates the risk of stroke. And so why does someone get a stroke? Because they don't have enough essential fatty acids in their body, probably. Now, there is so much evidence, so much scientific evidence to support that the Food and Drug Administration gave us a certified health claim, but we had to sue them for it because they don't give a damn about how to prevent anything, because there ain't no money in prevention, especially if it's with vitamins. You should be furious that your friend got a stroke, because we've known how to prevent them for 20 years, for goodness sake. So in order to support and promote the structure and function of the circulatory system in the face of a stroke, the recommendation is 1 healthy start pack per 100 pounds of body weight per month, 1 healthy start pack per 100 pounds of body weight per month, 1 bottle of selenium per 50 pounds of body weight per month, 1 bottle of selenium per 50 pounds of body weight per month, 1 bottle of Ultimate Daily Capsules per 100 pounds of body weight per month, and 1 extra bottle of EFA at the 180 count. 1 extra bottle of EFA at the 180 count. By the way, selenium supplementation delivered to people post-stroke cuts in half the recovery time. So she needs to, or he or she needs to be taking selenium into the bargain. Give them all of these supplements, eliminate the 10 bad foods, get your hands on those essential oils, mix them up together, and let's let the healing begin. Mary, you go, girl. You are the last best hope. This woman has to live a healthy life, so go out there and get her done. That's how we roll, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dr. Peter Glidden, and this is Fire Your MD Now. Oh, yeah, baby, 866-582-9933. How are you feeling out there in internet land? Beth from Mississippi has a question about gallstones. Hey, Beth, what's going on down there in MISSISSIPPI? How are you?
I'm great. 3 more days, and I get to see you live.
Yeah, you got to love that. How many people are you expecting down there?
Oh, my goodness. There's no telling. I've already invited 5. I've got 5 commitments, and my upline, he's got a bunch coming.
Great. Well, I'll look forward to it. I always have a good time when we come down there. How's the weather been, by the way?
Beautiful.
All right. What does that mean to you? 105 degrees and 80% humidity?
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. Exactly. Yeah, I don't know how you do it, man. Thank God for air conditioning. Hey, anyway, Beth, thanks for the call. How can I help?
I have a friend that her gallbladder is functioning at only 15%. She has attacks with excruciating pains, bloating, low-grade fever, and her doctor said, I really want to operate on you and take that thing out. So
yeah. All right.
I told her that I have a doctor that says different. So
all right, you're smart. All right, you're a smart girl. So, I always say, incorrectly so, that the wheelhouse of the MD is surgery and trauma care, and it is. Well, that sword cuts both ways because, when all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail, and whether you need surgery or not, The surgeon, just knowing surgery, is just going to tell you have to have surgery because that's all that they know. And because of the advances that have happened in surgery, gallbladder removal is very, very easy to do surgically, and it's very, very profitable to do. Before, they used to have to do, a 12-inch incision in your abdomen. Now, they just poke a hole in your abdomen, stick a little scope, a laparoscope in there with a scalpel on the end of it, a pair of tweezers, and then they just cut your gallbladder out and yank it out through the hole. It's bada bing, bada boom, you're in and you're out, and a couple of stitches here, a couple of stitches there, and life is good. So it's a very easy and very profitable surgery now because of the advances in the surgical technique. The only problem is that most of the time you really don't need the gallbladder surgery, but the MD, of course, is blind to this. So, all right, here's the rundown. Most of the time with acute gallbladders, interestingly enough, it's a reaction to eating a fried egg. So anybody that's having chronic gallbladder issues needs to avoid eggs like the plague. I don't even want them to look at an egg. No omelets, no hard-boiled eggs, no eggs over easy, poached, or soft-boiled, and especially no fried eggs. Because fried eggs will capitulate a gallbladder acute crisis. Most of the time, that's one of the things that cause it. Now, there had to be a pre-existing condition in the gallbladder for this to happen. And, it's not fried eggs for everybody is going to make them have a gallbladder upset. But if your gallbladder is your weak link, if your gallbladder is struggling and you eat a fried egg, forget about it. I mean, that's like squeezing lemon juice into a cut. It's going to get worse. So the first thing they have to do is just stop looking at eggs, let alone eating them. No more eggs, okay? Period. Number one. Number two, eliminate the 10 bad foods. She must stop eating 10 bad foods or this program will not work. Number three, she should take, what's her body weight? Do you know? All right, so the recommendation here to support and promote healthy gallbladder function would be one healthy digestion pack per 100 pounds of body weight per month. One healthy digestion pack per 100 pounds of body weight per month. One extra bottle of digestive enzymes. Actually, I'm going to tell you 2 extra bottles of Ultimate Enzymes. 2 extra bottles of Ultimate Enzymes per month. 1 bottle of Ultimate Selenium per 50 pounds of body weight per month. And that is a very, very, very good place to start. Now, once she's been doing that program for 4 weeks, I want her to get, Youngevity has a brand new product called Liver Cleanse. I think it's called Liver Cleanse or Liver RX or something like that. I think it's made by the Levinity company, which is one of the newest companies to come into Youngevity. Have her do the Liver Cleanse for 24 hours 4 weeks from now. I want her to take these supplements, clean up her diet for the first 4 weeks, and then do the Liver Cleanse for 1 day, 24 hours. And that should eliminate the problem. Now, sometimes we've waited too long, and surgery is, in fact, mandatory, and surgery is, in fact, beneficial. But, again, we don't know whether she's at that place, and neither does her surgeon. I mean, if the surgeon released her to go home, then it's not a medical emergency, and so that means she has leeway here. That's what I would do for 4 weeks to support and promote the structure and function of my gallbladder in the face of an acute gallbladder episode. So have her do that, Beth, and then have her give us a call and report, because we like to keep track of these things. That sounds like a really good plan to me. From Mississippi to New York, we're going all the way up to New York and talk to Jonette, again with upper digestive problems. It must be digestive day here on Fire Your MD. Hey, Jonette, thanks for the call. You are live.
Yes, I had the gallbladder out, and I also had that operation where you lose weight. Now I have a lump right where I would say the incision should be, and awful pain there. I am taking longevity products. Longevity.
Which one?
Longevity.
Yeah. So are you doing the healthy digestion pack?
Not really.
Okay, so...
Just crystals and calcium and enzymes.
Okay, so you're taking a white liquid calcium, right?
Yes.
And you're taking a red powder.
Yes.
And you're taking fish oil capsules and a little digestive enzyme cap, right?
Not fish oil.
Okay.
Oh, well, I guess it does have fish oil, and I didn't realize.
Yeah, it's a little kind of golden little gel cap. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, great. And how much do you weigh?
170.
170. And how many of the little digestive enzymes do you take? Not the golden gel caps, but the last thing on the list, the digestive enzymes. How many of those do you take?
2.
You take those 2 a day or 2 before a meal, or what's the deal?
2 before a meal.
And how many times a day do you eat?
Oh, it depends on the day, but usually it's at least 4 a day.
Okay, and have you noticed any positive change in your life since you've added this program into the bargain?
Well, I need something change because the pain is getting worse, and I don't want to go to the doctor and have X-rays and an operation or something.
Well, is the pain that you're experiencing is in the area of the incision, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, and you had a gastric bypass surgery.
Yes.
Is that what they did? Yeah.
Yes.
So the news here is not going to be what you want to hear, Jonette, but they botched the surgery most probably, and the contents of the stomach and in the abdominal cavity are shifting around, causing you pain. And that's the most common cause of this problem. So you need to go back to somebody. Yeah, go to somebody. Go to a different doctor than the one that did the operation, and just have an X-ray done or an ultrasound. Better yet, have an ultrasound. Tell them you want a high-definition ultrasound first, because if you don't tell them that, they'll tell you that you need a CT scan or an MRI. They'll tell you need all this stuff to jack up the bill. Tell them you want a high-definition ultrasound, and if they don't give it to you, you're going to leave, all right? Yeah. That's what I would do. Have them do an ultrasound to this part of your body and see what's going on in there, because it's probably, maybe they left a sponge in there, or who knows, right? It's probably a result of the surgery and outside of the domain of nutrition to fix. But you're taking all the right stuff. And I guess this begs the question, Jonette, have you eliminated the 10 bad foods as well from your diet?
I have tried to, yes. No
okay.
fried foods.
Yeah, and wheat, barley, rye, and oats, you've gone gluten-free, yes. Right? All right, good girl. So you need to get someone to look at this with an ultrasound, because it's most probably something, a remnant of the surgical procedure that they did, and that's going to need to be fixed with, some type of medical procedure. So that's my advice to you. Go get a high-definition ultrasound somewhere. Call me back once you get the results, and I'll take you to the next step. Sound good?
It does. Now, what's the phone number I should call?
Well, it's the same number. Just call the radio show. We'll talk about this live on the air. You can schedule a private appointment with me if you'd like, but that gets a little more expensive, and I don't really believe that it's necessary in this case. But, if you'd like a private appointment with me, I'm still going to tell you to do the same thing, get an ultrasound, and I can't really help you until you've done that. But the number to schedule an appointment with me is 855-347-3696. That's 855-347-3696, 855-347-3696. Now go get that ultrasound, Jonette, and get back to me one way or the other. Thank you so much for the call. So earlier we were talking about, I'm taking my nutritional supplements and I'm having headaches after the fact. Is it an allergic reaction or what? Well, it's a good question. There's a lot of misconception and misunderstanding about this whole allergic thing, and this is allergy season, isn't it? Because of this stupidly crazy weather that we're having all over the United States. Quite frankly, I think it's like this all over the planet. It's hot where it should be cold. It's cold where it should be hot. Are the poles shifting? Maybe. Probably. I don't know. I don't have my fingers on that pulse, but I can tell you something's going on. Are there any astronomers out there that are keeping track of the position of the North Star? Any astronomers listening to this broadcast that could give me an update on that? I live in a part of the country where it's cloudy all the time. So, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go outside. If you live down here in Arizona, Matt Tokoff, I want you to go outside. I want you to set up a little protractor on a stick, and I want you to put the end of the protractor, point it right at the North Star at 10 o'clock every night for 7 days in a row. Point it right at the North Star every night at 10 o'clock your time for 7 days in a row, and mark down the degrees on the protractor that the North Star is above the horizon. And call me back with a report. Write those numbers down. It should be the same degree. It should be the same amount of degrees above the horizon every night. If it shifts dramatically, then we get a problem. And I do that here in the central United States, but it's too cloudy here. I can't do that regularly, so that's what I want you to do. I think something's going on. I don't know what it is, but it's hot where it should be cold, and it's cold where it should be hot. It's crazy. But, pollen is all the thing now. There's everybody and their brother is suffering from allergies. Tomorrow night, on my webinar, I'm going to dial it all in for you. We're going to talk about seasonal allergies, food allergies, what causes them, what to do about them from the holistic perspective. It's going to be awesome. You're invited. Got to be a member of my online health recovery program. Check it out. $17 a month. Get it while the getting's good. We're going up to $20 a month pretty soon. Dial it in right now. It's $17. Fire yourmdnow.com. 866-582-9933. Back after these messages. Welcome back, everybody. Dr. Peter Glidden, your friendly neighborhood naturopath, here with you in the last segment of today's show, Wednesday, the 5th day of June, 2013. We're going to end it out today by talking to Eugenia from Minnesota. Hey, Eugenia, thanks for the call. You are live.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, I've been diagnosed with trigeminal neuralgia.
Yeah, ouch.
And I'm up to... I'm taking 50 milligrams of trilipsyl twice a day.
Of course you are. Yeah, that's a nasty drug, by the way.
Yeah, it has some pretty nasty side effects. And I'm also having migraines that I'm taking Topamax.
Yeah.
50 milligrams twice a day for.
All right. Which came first, the migraines or the trigeminal neuralgia?
The migraines.
Yeah. How long have you had those?
Probably going on 2 years now.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. How frequent are they?
Every day.
Oh, my God. You've had migraines every day for 2 years?
To me, they're just like really bad headaches, but the neurologist...
Yeah, well, you're one of these people, that they get their arms shot off, and it's like, oh, that's just a scratch, for goodness sake. What are you talking about? You probably have
the neurologist I'm seeing, he started calling them migraines, so...
Yeah. All right. Well, in any event, let's not overlook the obvious. The first thing to understand here is that you've been under the care of the MDs. They're not doing anything for you. It's getting worse, right? They're not doing anything for you. It's getting worse. And what the heck? This is what we pay for. This is what you've paid for. This is what you have given your hard-earned money every month for the last 5, 10, 15, 20 years in the form of medical insurance premiums, and your employer has matched it in order to get this type of care. Doesn't that just make you feel warm and fuzzy? Should make you feel horrified. Really angry, for goodness sake.
Yeah, because you can't function when your head is throbbing.
Correct, and you expect these guys to fix it, but they don't. They don't give a crap about it. They're just going to throw pain meds at you until you're addicted to this crap. So, all right, I'm going to do some shameless self-promotion here, okay? I want you to visit my website, fireyourmdnow.com. I want you to buy a 1-month subscription to my online health recovery program. It's only $17. You can cancel after the first month. And for $17, you're going to have access to 52 hours of archived health information that I have, 52 hours of archived health webinars that I've done. I want you to find the webinar on vertigo, and tinnitus, okay? Watch the webinar on vertigo and tinnitus. It's the same mechanism that causes trigeminal neuralgia, that causes ringing in the ears and dizziness. It's just a different nerve. There's a nerve that's coming out of your brain that goes to your face. It's being crunched by osteoporosis in the skull. This is osteoporosis of the skull, so we need to fix it. So the recommendation here, in order to support and promote the structure and function of your musculoskeletal system, which is what we believe you must do for trigeminal neuralgia, the recommendation would be 1 healthy bone and joint pack per 100 pounds of body weight per month. 1 healthy bone and joint pack per 100 pounds of body weight per month, and 1 bottle of selenium per 50 pounds of body weight per month. 1 bottle of selenium per 50 pounds of body weight per month. What side of your head is the trigeminal neuralgia on? Left? Okay, so one of the components of the Healthy Bone and Joint Pack is a topical cream called CM cream, like Charlie Michael. I want you to get a Q-tip. I want you to load the end of the Q-tip up with the CM cream, and I want you to apply it into the left ear canal. Apply the CM cream liberally inside the left ear. Wait 15 minutes and see if the application of the CM cream knocks down the pain. I bet you 25 cents that it's going to. That's a really excellent thing to do topically to knock the pain down while we are attempting to support and promote the structure and function of your body from the inside out so that you can recover from the trigeminal neuralgia and optimize your body's performance. Thanks so much for the phone call. By the way, the headaches, it's the same thing. It's the same program for the headaches, okay? So give it a try. You have to eliminate the 10 bad foods as well. You can get that list for free by signing up for my online newsletter at my website, fireyourmdnow.com. Check it out. Thanks, Eugenia, for the call. Everybody, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm Dr. Peter Glidden, over and out.